Yo, what's up, people? How y'all doing? People keep sending me stuff back and forth. Been a crazy morning. Very crazy morning. Very unusual. I see you, LM. So anyway, the superstar performer, entertainer, known to you guys as Young Berg slash Hitmaker, the producer, American Gigolo, or Miami Gigolo, slash whatever. He might as well be called Young Bird because that's how they treat him. What's up, Danielle, Malika, Paula? Well, 28 Hopper, those were the facts. Those were the facts that were reported before he reported the facts. Yeah, I know Nick Foles is he's with the Bears now. It's a good pickup for them. Foles is injury prone. But he's back in the role the Bears want him at. Backup. And the way Mitch play, he'll get some time. Because it's really Young Bird. I'm going to tell you, Young Bird. Young Bird, he brings a lot of it on himself. First off, Young Bird did a lot of things that he did a lot of things that weren't usually abundant. When he started making money early, he started buying a lot of jewelry. He didn't have any backing or anybody behind him. Don't forget to hit the like button, people. What's going on around here? No, Cino got that just waking up from a nap. Yeah, Cino took a nap. Exactly. Can we get at least 10 likes in the we ain't even at 100. How did that happen? So anyway, Young Bird got a problem with running his mouth. Normally it's to women. And he always gets in fights with women. Now, guys always see him as an easy target. People in Miami basically know how he moves. And now I guess he's in Cali. And they're like, oh, we heard about you in Miami. You had old McKinney protecting you. But now You out here all alone. So they know he's an easy mark for a hit. Yeah, everybody went crazy over that last Patreon. I'm like, all it was photos of what's the name? You thought the Patreon would be better? Supernatural, are you kidding? You should slap yourself for saying something like that. Has anybody on this planet ever told you what happened with Prodigy, the rapper? No. You know over there. So you already know Jay-Z and Foxy Brown's story. You got that for free over here. Oh, yes, it is. And you find out who's really responsible for Whitney Houston's death. Oh, yeah, I think that's a lot more than $25 worth. Don't you think? Now, anyway, Hitmaka decides to come out. And what Hitmaka did was he came out and said, well, here's the problem. I said, well, all right, Hitmaka, what's the problem? He says that this is not even his girlfriend, which I could believe. That's Hitmaka. So, yeah. So, him and his girl that he's just hooking up with goes to his house. Let me get his message to Hitmaka. Hitmaka, you from the Shy. You don't bring no chick to your crib unless you really know who she is. But anyway. The chick he was with wasn't hot looking at all. Hey, he got to get what he can get. He probably brought her there to do stuff to him. So you got to look at it that way. So at this time, he said right in the middle of it, she just starts hitting him. And he had to defend himself. She just started punching and slapping on him out of the blue. Then he hears, and the security camera captures 3 guys coming to his home. One guy was looking out, and the other 2 was jumping over the fence. And at the same time, he finds out that the girl was in concert with him. And when they couldn't get in through the back way because it was locked and barred, they couldn't get in. They went around to the front door and tried to kick the door in unsuccessfully. And they kept contacting her on the outside. As he saw on her cell phone, she was in concert with them during the attack. And after the attack. So the question is, and he was telling people to stay safe, and that's good old Hitmaker. Play victim when it suits him. But that's not the main point here. The main point that people should pay attention to is quite simple. Young Berg himself put himself in a position where he's going to have to defend himself basically for life. These events will always come back to haunt him. Guys are going to try him. I'm happy that he's safe, but there's something he's not saying in this situation. Thanks, Buddha Black. Our Patreon is the highest and the fastest growing without any help from Patreon himself. We did that on the strength of the people. People love that Patreon, that Carcino for Life Patreon. I ain't gonna lie. People love it. Man, so I'm like, I only had 2 people say, it ain't all that. Well, I'll believe it, LM. Oh yeah, the podcast is on the podcast is on Spotify, it's on Google, it's on Apple playlist now. The Apple Podcast. We are now on the Apple Podcast. Well, you're looking at Young Berg. Young Berg, his whole career has been tainted since he started, having his fun and being Miami's little, prostituted piece. What do I have on the menu today? That's the other question. Well, one of the main things I have on the menu today, we will talk about the Joe Budden situation. Yes. We'll talk about Nicki Minaj and Drake situation. That's for sure. And we will talk about Gilly and his assistant, who's no longer there. That's all coming today. So I don't have time for a mentor program. Running out of content to talk about? Me? Dude, I could talk for days. There's so much content that's coming out now that this is when it gets crazy. Yesterday I had like 5 videos. I gotta combine content. That's what I was doing. I was combining content. I don't know what he's talking about. He said, I'm from Canada. How do I access your Patriots? I'm like, I'm no longer a Patriot. I'm gone. I'm with Brady and the Bucks, baby. Brady and the Bucks. Tom. We'll be waiting for that information when it hits. And since we didn't hit 100 likes, there's no need for me to stick around anymore. So I'm going to take my break, probably get something to eat, and I'm out. No, I just didn't brush my hair yet. But thanks for being observant.